Viewer discretion is advised. Also, headphones are highly recommended to watch this series.
さっきの鍵で開くんじゃない?
I've got a good feeling about this. Let's try that music box key. Let's try it. The key turned easily in the lock, and the door came right open. Just to let you all know, that jump scared me, like, wrong way. That jump scared me, whenever I was playing through it the first time. Yeah, like, literally I was like, oh! Hi. Crazy girl with smile and, yeah. Hi. You can stop staring at me. Hi. There was a dead body propped against the inside of it. As the door slid open, it spilled out into the hallway. Kishinuma completely ignored this. However, stepping over it and darting into the room as fast as his legs would carry him.
Shinozaki!
Oh, I don't need to repeat him, do I? Within the pale darkness of the room, a figure stood in front of one of the shelves, completely engrossed in some ancient-looking tome. If I repeat that, if I say that wrong, do not correct me, 'cause I don't care. It was Shinozaki! The floor around her was piled high with books she'd seemingly read and discarded. Strange, coming from a bibliophile who usually won't even crease a spine. The curve on the other side causes a turnover on the 9-ball joints that look like fish in the hourglass geoglyph with a white shoe instead of a needle.
Shinozaki, しっかりしろ!
Shinozaki, get a hold of yourself!
図書室では静かに! お前ら無許容の野蛮なつまらない情報弱者の作物的な...
No talking. This is a library. Honestly, what do you uncultured troglodytes hope to accomplish in here with your worthless gossip, huh?
Shinozaki, もういいだろう。もうやめてくれよ。そんなのお前じゃねえよ。
Shinozaki, that's enough. You can stop this now. This isn't you.
嫌がるんだろう。篠崎に取り付いてるバケモンども。いい加減篠崎から離れやがれ。
You're in pain, right? Whatever loose soul is in control of Shinozaki, I'm calling you out. Get the hell out of her right this instant. You hear me?
これは俺たちのものだ。この体を俺のものにしたい。
She's ours. I am going to make this body mine.
ダメだ。僕の方が上手に使える。
Not a chance. I'm much better at using her than both of you combined.
この人の中にいる時だけ私たちは痛みから解放されるの。お願い。この体をちょうだい。
God, that last sentence kinda did the same thing it did last night. It made my my back kind of jump, like, not jump, but like curl up a little bit. It's only when we're inside this person that our pain subsides. So please, won't you let us have her?
この子を僕たちにくれ。そうだ、君らを助けてやる。ここから生きて出る手助けをさせてくれ。だから。
Give her to us, please. What if we save you? We'll help you get out of this school alive. And in exchange...
ふざけんじゃねえぞてめえら。勝手だろ。ここで死んじまったてめえらには同情するよ。
Shut up! Shut up! You selfish bastards! Look, I sympathize with you. I really do. Dying in here must be like a never-ending nightmare.
だけど、だからって篠崎を好きにしていい理由があるか。そんな権利てめえらにはねえだろ。
But how does that give you the right to use Shinozaki like some kind of tool? She's a living being with with a mind of her own.
そんな正論で
Oh, ye of sound mind.
この痛み、この苦しさ、寒さ、飢え、もどかしさ。お前らはまだ恵まれている。それがわからないのか。
We're in pain. We're in agony. We're cold and hungry and mad. But you? You're still blessed with life. Don't you understand? You're hungry? This is something I pointed out last night. Hungry. You're a ghost. But you're hungry. Don't spirits not hunger anymore? Except whenever you're in, like, except whenever you're in a body or something. So, technically, being in that body is making you hungry. So, how about you get out of her, and then you won't be hungry. You won't be hungry. How's that? Yeah, that sounds right.
それでもな。こればっかりは譲れねえんだよ。俺は。
I don't give a crap about any of that. All I know is, you can't have Shinozaki. I will never, ever let you take her.
なんだこの言いなり。息子息子。
What the hell is this ringing in my ears? Is it bugs? Is it bugs? Ah! From there, Ayumi took a sudden turn for the worse. Tossing aside the book she was reading, she began punching herself in the head with both her hands.
この中にまたいろいろ入れたのか。金色のやつか。緑か。
It was so quiet in here too. But just look what colors have been let in now. Silver, huh? Green, maybe?
やめろ、篠崎。
Stop this, Shinozaki.
篠崎さん。
Shinozaki.
あ、黄色だった。
Ah, it was yellow. Sudden change of attitude?
篠崎。
兄さん来てくれたの。遅いよ。私お腹が空いてもうずっと何も食べてなくて。
Brother, is that you? You're late. I'm so hungry. It's been so very long since my last meal.
ひなさんが私をここに閉じ込めて それから私何も食べてなくて、何も食べてなくて。
God freaking. My back is gonna freaking. Ah, God. You know that creep feeling? That's why I say to wear headphones, because. Ah! God. Ah. Hina sealed me up in here, you see? And I haven't eaten a single thing since then. Not a single bite. Nothing at all.
兄さんって美味しそう。兄弟で変かな。私兄さんを殺して、お肉食べてみたい。
Brother, you look so delicious, brother. Is it strange? Is it strange that I want to kill you and taste your succulent flesh? Yes?
やめろよ、篠崎。兄貴ってお前。
Cut it out, Shinozaki. I'm not your brother, for starters.
おかえり、お兄ちゃん。
Welcome home, brother.
なんだよミキ、また来てたのか。
Mickey, you're here again?
何それ。心優しい妹がわざわざご飯作りに来てあげたのに。
You know you're
お
so...
兄ちゃん、ちゃんと毎日食べてる？
You know your selfless little sister drops by just to make you dinner, and that's how you greet her? You've been eating your meals every day, brother?
ああ、まあその辺のコンビニとか学食とか。
Yeah, more or less, yeah. Some pre-packaged convenience store food here. A school lunch there.
また、そんなんじゃ栄養偏っちゃうじゃん。待ってて、今お夕飯作ってるから。
Just as I feared, then. You keep going like that, and your health will deteriorate in no time. Well, you sit tight. I'm making you a fine meal right now. You have to admit, for his parents tossing him out, he's got a freaking awesome little sister if she's willing to take her time to go all the way to where he lives, and yeah.
やっぱりお兄ちゃんは私が面倒見ないとダメだね。
Whatever would you do without me?
学校楽しい？お兄ちゃんの友達、持田さんとか篠崎さんってどんな人？
How's school going? I hear you've been hanging out with a boy named Mochida and a girl named Shinozaki. What kind of people are they?
大丈夫だよ。そのうちお父さんだって。
Everything's going to be okay. I know it. Dad'll come around one of these days.
ね、お兄ちゃん。
Just be patient, okay, brother?
やめろ！
Oh, God. Shinozaki's biting Kishinuma's neck. I've got to stop her. She's a vampire! A vampire! Whatever.
しょっぱおいしい。岸沼くん、岸沼さん。
The two of us made a dash toward Kishinuma, intending to pry Ayumi away from him through any means possible. But to my astonishment, he met our panicked gazes with a stern, "Let me handle this" look, reinforcing the message by raising his hand in a stop motion.
篠崎
Whoa! I didn't expect that. If circumstances were different, this could be the start of a really heartwarming, romantic scene. Kishinuma grabbed Shinozaki and hugged her tightly.
篠崎戻ってこいよ お前は他の誰でもねえ篠崎あゆみだ
You aren't any of these people. You're Ayumi Shinozaki, damn it! Bit by bit, I could see the expression on Shinozaki's face change. Her crazy, possessed sneer gradually gave way to a blank, dazed countenance that then slowly but surely began sparkling with life once more. And though it was nearly imperceptible, I could swear I saw a smile start to form on her lips. For a few long moments, Shinozaki stared into Kishinuma's eyes. Then, in an instant of realization, her face turned beet red. I recall the phrase, "Oh, crap," drifting through my head for a split second. And then... Ah! What the hell are you doing? That was a funny sound. What are you trying to pull here? Pervert! Get away from me!
篠崎
It's like you got a group of people that just saw what you did. I think you're in the wrong here, Ayumi. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
篠崎心配させやがってでもなんつうか嬉しいぜ
Shinozaki, you had me really worried there. But, well, I'm glad you're back.
篠崎さん大丈夫ですか岸沼さん
Kishinuma, are you alright?
鈴本さんなんでっていうかここって
Suzumoto? What are you? Wait, where am I?
おかえりなさいでいいのかな篠崎さん
Shinozaki, what does one say in this situation? Welcome back, I guess?
何
Huh? What? What's going on?
そう話を聞いてもまだ信じられないけど私この建物の良くない影響を受けていたみたいね
Wow, I have to admit, this all sounds really unlikely, even to me. I guess I've been under the influence of this building for quite a while, though.
シャレにならねえ暴走っぷりだったぜ。つうかお前、どうやってこの部屋入ったんだ？鍵閉まってただろう。
Yeah, and let me tell you, you were getting pretty violent there. How did you get in here anyway? This room's been locked since we showed up.
覚えてない。でも建物自体の構造が変化するくらいだもの。この閉鎖空間では何が起きても不思議じゃないわ。
I have no idea. But then, we are in a building that can change its layout at will. I guess pretty much anything is fair game in these closed spaces.
普通なら起きないような可能性の低いことが常に起きてしまうような。
It almost feels like this school takes pleasure in making the most unlikely events happen at random.
そもそも超常現象っていうのはその可能性が狂っている状態のことで、それを予測したり調節するロジックが。
I suppose when you're dealing with the supernatural, you're already dealing with something that's scientifically unlikely, so best not to rely on logic here.
よくわかんねえけど、そういう話はお前の姉ちゃんとしてくれよ。
You're starting to go over my head here. It almost sounds like you're talking like I'm talking to your sister.
簡単に言うと、何が起きるかわからないっていう話。
Well, then let's just put it this way. There's no way of knowing what's going to happen in this school. And then the
いい
series.
目標はたった3つ。
And then the sympathetic music goes away and makes the sound effects come back, the creepy sound effects. So, listen carefully. We have exactly 3 objectives here.
この学校がこうなった原因を調べて、この現象の中心となっている存在を特定すること。
First, we need to look into the reasons why this place is the way it is. Specifically, we need to find out more about the beings who control it.
そしてその存在と接触し、ここから出る方法を探り出すこと。
Then, we need to interact with those beings and try to dig up some means of getting out of here alive.
最後に出る方法が分かったら、それを確実に実行に移すこと。
And finally, once we figure that out, we need to actually make it happen.
これだけよ。
That's pretty much it.
なんだか篠崎さん、委員長って感じだよ。
Wow! You're in full class rep mode now.
ああ。だけど篠崎、一番大事なこと忘れてねえか？
Yep, she sure is. But aren't you forgetting the most important objective, Shinozaki?
一番大事な、みんなと無事に合流することがね。
Uh-huh. I think she is. Finding all her friends. Safe and sound.
そうだったね。それがまず第一の目標よね。先生や持田君たちと会えさえすれば。
Oh. Oh. Yeah. Good point. That should be our first step for sure. Once we've found Miss Yu, Mochida, and the others, then we can work on the rest.
だな。小笠原のダチも集まりゃ人数も増えるし、なんとかなりそうな気がしねえか？
Damn straight. Add Ogasawara's friends to the mix, and we'll have so many strong that we'll be so many strong that nothing can stop us, right?
はい。でも目標を達成するためには努力しなきゃね。
Let's not get too careless, though. None of this is going to be easy.
私たちにできることは最初から変わらないし、多くない。
There's only so much we can do in here, and that's not likely to change.
とにかく調べて、どんな小さな手がかりも見逃さないこと。
For now, I'd suggest we investigate our surroundings as thoroughly as possible. Leave no stone unturned.
そして何よりやけになったり諦めたりしないこと。もちろん私だって怖いけど。
And don't give up or give in, no matter what. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm scared to death right now. But I'm not going to let that stop me.
大丈夫、私たちがついてるよ。みんなで頑張ろう。
Don't worry. We'll be behind you all the way. We can get through this together. At this, Kishinuma stood up and began scanning his eyes over the nearby shelves.
とりあえず手近なところからってことで、ここで手がかりでも探してみっか。
Since we're here anyway, how about we start by checking for clues in this room?
資料室ってくらいだから、よそより期待できるぜ。
It is a reference room after all. There's bound to be something worthwhile. But I want to leave. There are numerous scrapbooks on the shelf, each containing various newspaper and newsletter clippings. One, in particular, stands out. It's an old-school 3-ring binder filled with articles that are all over 30 years old.
1973年、天神小学校児童連続誘拐殺害事件。天神小学校ってこの学校だよね。
1973. Serial kidnapping and murder at Heavenly Host Elementary. That's here, right?
その事件の記事、どっかの教室にもあったな。
There was an article about that in one of the classrooms too, I think. Dashing hopes and prayers of their concerned parents, 3 of the kidnapped children return home in body bags. Local police gave an official statement at around 4 yesterday afternoon. Yuki Kanano, 11. Ryu, Yoshizawa, the brat that seems to always want to jump scare me at the most unexpected times. 8 years old. And Tokiko Suji, 7. Previously reported missing, were found dead in a basement room near the bottom, in a basement room beneath the school. The circumstances behind their murders are still under investigation, and a suspect with ties to the school's teaching staff is in questioning. First, responders report a shocking, grisly murder scene and have expressed concerns at even allowing the families of the deceased to see their children. It's pretty bad whenever your very, very young kid, is so very messed up, like, physically, that the investigators and all that don't even allow the parents to see their own child. That's kind of sad. Significant mutilation is said to have occurred, and officials believe the sight of this may exacerbate the already delicate mental states of the bereaved. The sole survivor of this unspeakable crime is 7-year-old Sachiko Shinozaki, who remains in shock from the experience. Her testimony may prove invaluable toward closing this case and putting this horror behind us. However, so police are anxious to question her. Meanwhile, other parents have already begun calling Heavenly Host's safety procedures into question in the wake of this tragedy. Members of the PTA have. There's a snippet of another page as well, which includes photographs of the 3 victims as well as the lone survivor.
この子たち、私が見た子だ。
Oh, these are the children I saw. Is it kind of weird how the 3 children that were killed all have a very innocent look about them, yet Sachiko has that very, very, very evil glare even in her photograph.
俺たちも見たぜ。ここで殺されて、それでたたってやがんのか。
I've seen them too. I guess they were killed here, so now they've cursed the place or something along those lines.
ひどい事件だったんだね。私、最初見た時からあの子たちが怖くて、悪い霊みたいに思ってたけど、この子たちも被害者なんだ。
It's so horrible to hear what happened to them. I've been looking at them as scary evil spirits all this time. But really, they're just victims themselves.
鈴本さん、同情心は危険よ。霊の中には生前の人格を失っているものもあるの。
Be careful, Suzumoto. Compassion can be dangerous in a place like this. It's not unheard of for a spirit to lose its sense of humanity after dying.
今のこいつらは生きている人間にとって味方じゃねえってことか。
In other words, these kids aren't necessarily going to play nice with living beings anymore.
犯人はどうなったんでしょう。
What do you think happened to the murderer?
あ、こっちのページに記事があるよ。
Ah, here we go. They talk about him in this one. Accused child murderer commits suicide. The 32-year-old former teacher believed to have committed the now infamous adolescent kidnappings and murders found dead early yesterday morning. After being deemed mentally unfit to take responsibility for his actions, he was placed in intensive psychiatric care, but escaped 2 nights ago. Psychiatric care. If you all want to know something, some people are... I don't know if it's been not... like, if it's been proven as not real or not, but some people are guessing that the next Corpse Party game, which not the Sachiko stupid one, but the one that's supposedly going to be for PC, it takes place in a hospital. So it could be in a psychiatric hospital with, because they saw a doll that reminded them of him. The psychiatric ward commissioned a manhunt which culminated in the discovery of his hanged body in a room beneath Heavenly Host Elementary School. Near the site of his shocking triple homicide, the cause of death was ruled as a strangulation and is strongly believed to be self-inflicted. As this appears to be a show of remorse, previously thought beyond his mental capacity, his psychiatric ward has come under heavy fire since the discovery.
犯人も自殺かよ。救いがねえな。遺族にとっちゃ多少は気が晴れるかもしんねえけど。
Even the murderer killed himself, huh? Guess there's no happy end for anybody. Though the families of the victims probably were glad to see him go.
女の子が一人助かったのがせめてもだよ。
Well, and there's that one girl who was spared too.
でも変ね。こんな大きな事件なのに、その生き残った子の家族のコメントが一つもないわ。
Isn't that kind of strange though? That there's not one single comment from the survivor's family?
どの記事を見ても、あるのは殺された子たちの遺族や同級生の保護者の談話ばっかり。
Every article is full of commentary from friends and family of the deceased, but there's not a word to be found anywhere about the girl who was spared.
プライバシー保護とかで書けなかったんじゃねえの？
I'd assume that was by request, to protect their privacy or something.
そうなのかな。マスコミって被害者も加害者も関係なく取材して書き立てるイメージなんだけど。
Do newspapers really care about that, though? The mass media is always chasing scoops, no matter what it takes to get them or who they have to bother. Yeah, this is kind of true. Kinda, because I know if, like, for example, a child, if a kid was to commit a crime or something happened to a kid or something like that, I know how they're supposed to cover up who it is or whatever, so, yeah. Dr. Tomokichi Fukurai's research records. Tomokichi Fukurai. That name still sounds familiar. I don't... Yeah. Mesmer magnetism. Correspondences with Anna Springel. Seraphita, Malleus, Maleficarum, Voynich manuscript.
心霊学者の記録に魔術結社の通信文、神秘小説の古典。小学校の備品とは思えないわ。
Records of a psychic phenomena, letters to and from magic societies, classic mystery novels. Not your typical elementary school reading material.
貸し出し用の番号シールがないから、この学校の本じゃないよ。
There are no serial numbers or library cards or anything on them, though. So they're probably not the school's.
そうね。多分、ここに迷い込んだ人たちの。
That's true. Maybe these were brought in by other victims who got trapped here.
本の持ち主の蔵書印が押してある。キビキって読むのかな？
Actually, it looks like there's a name stamp on most of these. Kibiki? Is this how you read those kanji?
どれどれ？本当だ。この人も有名よ。さっき名前が出た佐榎奈穂さんの師匠と呼ばれてる作家の先生。
Wait, Kibiki? Wow, you're right. I recognize that name. You know the paranormalist, Naho Sainoki? Kobe Kibiki is her mentor. He's a journalist.
キビキ先生もここに？どうして？
So that means Mr. Kibiki is in here too, I guess. But why? And so we can leave, because there's literally nothing else. Oh, wait. Yeah, my darkness is gonna rise for this. It's a girl's body, seemingly junior or senior high. It's mostly decomposed down to the skeleton at this point. There's a duffel bag on its side, next to her, with a tracksuit partially hanging out of it. So you're saying I didn't even get a freaking name tag for looking at that dead body? What a great way to waste, darkening space. Great job.
Next time on Corpse Party, Book of Shadows.
How did we get here?